So morning, I'm down the plot today. It's a Monday. Yesterday I spent time getting more manure from my sister-in-law's stables because she's got horses, and I forgot that it was supposed to be fairly cold, and I only remembered once it was dark last night. So I've looked at the minimum maximum temperature thermometer, and it looks like last night, even though up where I live up the hill it's supposed to be 6-7 degrees, down here it got to 4 degrees. It's supposed to be the same, about 6 degrees tonight. So I think today I'm going to have to harvest the winter squashes and hope that they haven't been damaged. As well as I got a load of manure in bags to put onto a few beds. It won't do all the beds. Like last time, I've got another load of bags, except for this time these bags are a bit more full, and I've got the 3 tubs of manure there. So I want to get these moved before it rains, because they're a lot heavier once it rains. So that's what I did last time. Let's try that again. So that's what was put in last time, up to there. Now I need to fill up that and this. Look at all the lovely worms in this. So I'm just spreading it out evenly. Over everything here. So I might need maybe 1 bag there, and then that'll be the greenhouse done. Now this is a lovely sight. All the beds full of lovely horse manure. So that will really feed things well next year. Look at it. Gorgeous. Obviously when it dries, it can look a bit like this. Some of this has still got some of the, I guess, wood shavings that they used for bedding. But yeah, lovely. And to that depth. So, given how cold the temperatures are starting to get at night, this bed behind me is going to be the first one that I harvest the winter squash, weed it, remove the frames, and then I will top that bed up with the manure I've got. So as you can see, 4 bags only give a thin top coating to this one bed. You know, it maybe you're lucky if it's an inch, but the bed will benefit from it. But I'm going to need an awful lot more to do all of that. So I'm just going to have to tackle it one bed at a time. It took, about half an hour, 45 minutes to load up the, I can't even remember how many bags it was. Probably about 8 bags of manure and 3 flexi tubs. That was with my husband helping and my nephew. So yeah, maybe if I'm lucky I can get up to my sister-in-law's once a week to get more manure. But I reckon, rough count, I've got at least another 8 trips. But it will be good for it come next year. It'll be worth the effort. So from that bed, these were the honey boat. They're okay. I think they could have probably done with more water when they were growing. And this is obviously a butternut, and look how tiny the ujiki are. So I've got those harvested. I'll take those home. Next, if I bring you around, I think I need to harvest these before they get frosted. I kind of don't want to, but you know what it's like this time of year. It's what, the 11th or 12th of October. So I'm lucky for them to have survived this long. So I think I've worked out, if I am quite careful about how much I put on each bed, it's 5 more trips. If I'm a bit more generous, then it's at least 8 more trips. Yes, that's going to use up fuel, but it's still cheaper than buying it and getting it delivered. And it helps my sister-in-law out, because she's always looking to get rid of the manure. How do you feed your soil? So here is my squash harvest. It is not as good as last year's, but considering the year we've had, it's not too bad. Now those at the top are honey boat, then we've got our butternuts, we've got our ujiki huri, and these 2 are butternuts, but they haven't cured. But because of the cold weather we're going to have, I'm going to put them on the windowsill for them to cure. You can tell by the colour difference. That's the most cured, that dark kind of sandy colour. And obviously these 2 green ones haven't. But yeah, I'm glad to have some kind of harvest. Well, it's not even 2 o'clock yet, but I'm going to go home. I've done what I wanted. I can't start replacing the plastic wire that's over the arches because it's breaking and all brittle. Because although I brought the chicken wire down, I didn't bring the cable ties down. So that job I'll have to wait for another day. And there's always stuff that needs doing in the garden at home, so bye for now.